I'm excited. I'm on top of the moon right now, guys. I've been getting phone calls all day. My iPhone started overheating. I had to turn my phone off because I was getting so many texts and inboxes. I mean, guys, I'm overwhelmed right now. I've been getting inboxes from celebrities, people that are affiliated with the show Power. Like, y'all, listen to me. Listen to me when I say God is catapulting me, y'all. I don't care what nobody says about me. I know who I am, and I know that if you do good things come your way. Y'all know how it works. When you do bad, you don't get that far. So we're here, guys. It took 2 years and 1 month, but we're here. This case took forever. And I want to remind you that the reason why this case took so long is because the date kept getting moved. Okay, so a lot of people have just started following me from threads and things like that. So they didn't know anything about Rhoda. I don't know how they didn't. You know, this case went viral, but there are people that I know that don't really know about this case altogether. So I just want to remind some people of why we are here. Rhoda Osman, who is a Somali, but you know, she claims that she's a Black woman whenever she's in trouble. She got on TikTok and she lied. To
say, I'm not the only one saying it. I'm not the only one saying. I'm glad she just said that. I'm not the only one saying it. She used the Black American culture. She uses the culture as a costume when she in trouble. The dog whistle. Go get the crazy Black men. I'm just saying, I ain't the only one who see it.
A lot of people and said that she was assaulted with a brick by Olin Douglas, a Black man in Houston, because she wouldn't give up the digits. She posted this on her TikTok story. If anybody has TikTok, they know that it will only stay on for about 24 hours and then it vanishes, right? So when I first saw the TikTok and I looked at her video, I knew it was capped from day one. And from day one, September the 3rd at 7:30 p.m., I was on this case. And I want to remind Black women, because it's Black women who don't like me, who hate my guts. If you post anything publicly and it's a scam, I am on your ass like a lace wig. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care how you feel about me, but you will not get by lying. Rhoda could have had Olin Douglas unalived. You know, I got to speak YouTube terms. Easy. Olin Douglas has a child. So when she put this lie out there, he was a mark. They were looking for this man. Whole time she was capping. But I want to remind you of that video, because some people are new to the Queen of Accountability and some people are new to this scammer. So let me just take you back into time 2 years and just remind you of the lie that this woman said. And I'm going to start from the beginning of the lie when she was hanging out with her friend. I want to also remind you that in Texas, weed is illegal, meaning you're not supposed to be smoking no weed out there. So this woman did so many different things, and now she's going to be held accountable, or she is being held accountable. So let me take you back into time, and then we're going to get into the gist of the show, okay?
My friend is coming to visit me. So, you know, I got some fresh flowers, some food, some snacks, some drinks, some smoke. And she don't even know. We'll be outside till 9 a.m. in Houston. Are you ready? Are you ready, Jaton Griffin? What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
How sick do you have to be able to act like that? How diabolical, demented do you have to be able to become this character? How evil. Throw her ass away.
Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick.
Lying,
and
man.
all these niggas is watching and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face and they're all just watching. And they let that nigga get in the car.
How y'all feel about non-FBA using the N word toward FBA, especially ones like her, who's a white supremacist. I'm just saying. Well, how y'all feel about that?
How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
I have never in my life. Now listen to me, guys. The acting was top tier to these gullible women. Everyone with a brain knew that she was capping. I have never in my life. And I'm like, yo, and y'all just let the nigga get in the court. Because that shit didn't happen, guys. That never happened. She pictured that happening in her head. And that's when you know that someone might need a therapist or they need to be in a psych ward because they think this really happened. Y'all saw the woman crying. You saw boogers. You saw snot. And the truth of the matter is she assaulted Olin and he defended himself. Okay? That is the truth of the matter. It was on video. It was recorded. That is what happened. But Rhoda got her ass up on this internet and had black men looking like the villain. She separated a whole community off of this lie. Now, people.
I'm glad she's saying it. I'm glad she's saying it. I'm glad she's saying it. Because didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? All right.
People with a brain was able to call cap at the beginning. But these gullible black women, a part of the sisterhood, this tugged at their heartstrings, you guys.
Yep.
They started sending this broad money.
Yep.
Even though a lot of us knew that this was not true, what she was saying. It just didn't come off right. Who holds a camera, looks down, and then looks back at the camera? A Tubi actor would do that. This was a Tubi scene right here. And then we all know in a hospital, you're not supposed to be recording. HIPAA. Y'all gotta go. So that is the initial video that I saw. And when I saw it, I knew she was capping. I mean, I can lie to y'all right now and cry. I've never in my life. And you said, what are you gonna do? And guys, it's easy. That's all she did. And when that camera panned away, she probably wiped the tears off and said, okay, let's see how much money I can get from these idiots. Because people started giving her money. Okay. Now, when I saw that, I knew something wasn't right. So I started talking to the Houston police that night, made a call to them that night and said, hey, did you guys get a call that this woman was assaulted? They said no. Right. So I said, I wanted to put this on the record. Can I send you where I saw this video? It's going to disappear. I did all that, but it still didn't sit right with me. So I continued to do my investigation. And that is when I found that this loser did this scam before. In 2020 in Minnesota, she said she was assaulted by a man. Right? Same narrative, same story.
So this was the first scam she ran a while ago. So yeah, so just to be clear, this is the first scam that she ran years ago to get money. She claimed some black men beat her up, but I think the truth of the matter was she got into it with a black woman and got whooped and blamed the black man. So she probably was on that allegedly on that sauce again. I don't know.
If you look at the date of when I posted this, her first scam, it says September the 4th at the bottom. I know a lot of y'all can't see it because I have a banner right there. I'm sorry, but it's on my Instagram. So when I saw that scam, I compared the scams. She got paid in the first scam too. And the crazy thing about it is when I sent this to the police, they got on it right away. This is what led to this woman being found guilty, the first scam. Now, I'm going to say shout out to her ex-friend, Rachel Moe, because Rachel Moe was actually there in 2020 when it happened. The only thing she didn't do was report it. And had she have reported Rhoda for the first scam, there wouldn't have been a second. But you know how it is when you have friends. A lot of women, they support their friends at the time. But Rachel Moe was able to confirm that, hey, she didn't get assaulted by a man.
Listen,
she got her butt kicked by a female guard.
I'm gonna let her say it again.
Moe was actually there in 2020 when it happened. The only thing she didn't do was report it. And had she have reported Rhoda for the first scam, there wouldn't have been a second. But you know how it is when you have friends. A lot of women, they support their friends at the time. But Rachel Moore was able to confirm that, hey, she didn't get assaulted by a man. She got her butt kicked by a female guard.
I'm just saying.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
It's always a man's fault. Her friend testified that she did not, in fact, get assaulted by a man. She got into it with a woman and got whooped and blamed black men. 2 GoFundMes she created off of lies saying that black men assaulted her, playing on the gullibility, like Daphne said, using Daphne's word, the gullibility, the emotions, the sentiments of black women, especially the ones who hate black men. Shame on all y'all. And her friend ain't shit either, because her friend should have said something the first time. Her friend ain't shit either.
You know, so the fact that she got on the internet and said the same lie, she even described the guy. There was a guy that was there who was 6 feet tall and he was black, but he never put his hands on Rhoda. That is what led to Rhoda getting in the most trouble, the first scam, because she got away with it, y'all. Nobody reported it. I would never hang out with somebody and then let them lie on a black man. Now, I'm not judging her ex-friends, but if you're in my circle and you accuse a black man,
I'm judging the hell out of her friend. Go to hell, friend. You go to hell too. You could have said something. You knew she was lying and you ain't say nothing then. Go to hell, friend. I'm judging the hell out of you, friend. You ain't shit either.
And of attacking you and he didn't, we're not cool no more. That's the way Daphne gets down. But the sisterhood, they will protect and defend a scammer with their wigs, their life. They don't care. And the minute you call out the scammer, you're then called a narcissist. You're called a stalker. You're called every name in the book. I want you guys to know that when you do the right thing, it does come with attacks. It does come with court cases. You can't do this type of work and expect to have a clean record where you're never accused of doing something you didn't do. It's going to happen because women do that to avoid being held accountable. Rhoda tried to do it to me in court, and we're going to get into the gist. Should never be able to talk about it, but this is what happens when you don't take a plea and you think that you're tough and you think you're a gangster and you think you're going to get off. Her attorney was black, but I knew that attorney wasn't going to do a great job because I looked into his record. He made a mistake in 2019, took some funds from somebody. I looked at that. He was reprimanded. So what I'm saying is you got to look at the whole story. I feel like her attorney only took her case because she was trending. Because when I met him, he didn't like me and he tried to belittle me, but we're going to get to that because I knew he wasn't going to win that case. And if I had not went out there and provided all my evidence, y'all, she would have got away with it. Or she would have got maybe a misdemeanor, a slap on the wrist. So I don't care what anyone says about Daphne. I did that shit. I did it. And Rhoda's not the only one. Jasmine Moss is going to be facing charges. Lucretia is going to be facing charges. Rhoda's not my only, case. If anybody remembers, last year, Jasmine Moss went down because of me. This year, Lucretia Cohen went down because of me, and the FBI called me directly. So y'all can say what y'all want, but, the facts are right there. So I wanted to get into something else here on this. So a lot of you guys know that Rhoda had a lot of supporters. I want to call out this one person because he's a fraud, and I'm saying it with my chest.
So this is what conscious Lee or unconscious Flea, what a lot of people call him. This is what Conscious Lee comes in. So if you don't know who Conscious Lee is a dude who I came across on TikTok years ago who fashioned himself as a conscious brother, a pro-black brother, a brother who's for black women and all those things here. But he's really just a panderer, a service level panderer who talk fast. I think he know what the hell he's talking about. I'm from the streets. So I know bullshit when I see it, hear it, smell it. I know how to read. I'm studied. I don't know it all, but I know enough. And I know I have this feeling in my solar plex. I get this feeling in my solar plex. I get that feeling if something good is happening. And I get that feeling when something bad is happening. So, on that level, a lot of people who have had that, hell no, he ain't talking about nothing feeling. A lot of people that had that feeling like he might not be a good person. my intuition was correct. It might not come right out, but eventually it comes out. Every single person that my intuition have told me that person was a lame, they ended up to be lame, scammers, fakes, all those things. And Conscious Lee was one of those people. And Conscious Lee stood 10 toes down, demonizing anybody who called Rhoda Osmond a liar. So that's what we're getting into. So the Conscious Lee, man, he's been exposed, and but people are still going to follow him and support him because the community's brain is shot. So
the Conscious Lee said I made his ass itch. He said a lot of stuff about me. He called me a fake celebrity. He said that Rhoda is telling the truth and I'm a clown. He belittled me. And last year when I said that Rhoda had the felony warrant, he didn't even double down and apologize. He was just saying, well, she was assaulted. She did have a mark on her face, right? And he continues to double down. He blocked me on all platforms because he's a clown. But I want to remind you how the Conscious Lee, according to his page, it says that he lives in Houston. Well, hey, Conscious Lee, I didn't see you in court. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to go inside, but you could have been on the outside supporting your friend. You were in Houston, sir. If Rhoda is your homegirl and y'all cool like that, where were you? I didn't see any of her 91,000 followers.
Because he internet panda banger. Twitter fingers. He ain't nothing in real life. Because if he was really 10 toes down with her, he would have been in that courtroom. If he was really 10 toes down with her, he'd have had some kind of evidence to help. But of course, he was using that situation to build his platform, to get more eyes on him. He attaches himself to viral situations, panders, and gets people to follow him. Because one thing he does know, and one thing he is informed about, is how insane, crazy, gullible, and slow a lot of people are. And they will follow anything that validates their thoughts or their feelings and makes them feel good. So yeah.
Followers in that courtroom. Not one of her followers from Instagram showed up. Why?
And remember, Conscious Lee represents the conscious community. I learned a long time ago that the conscious community, that was just the name. It's not a lot of consciousness in that community.
All these chicks on TikTok, Rhoda, you're innocent, you're a black woman. None of those tricks were in court that day. None of those days that I was there. I flew from Illinois. Some of y'all live in Texas and wasn't supporting your homegirl. It was fake support. All those people that she did those shows with, the Clubhouse and all them fake ass people, they only did that to get money off of Rhoda's name. But Rhoda couldn't catch on to that. A scammer couldn't recognize other scammers. And that's okay.
That's what Conscious Lee did.
None of those people were in the courtroom. I expected Conscious Lee to be there because he was her biggest ass eater, right? Rhoda's still innocent, and y'all from Facebook want to be gangsters. Let's go back into his dehydrated dread commentary of what he said about me. Let's go to it.
And then this really the part that had me scratching my ass. TikTokers provide police information on Osmond false claims past alleged scams. During the investigation, detectives said they received call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok, who believed Osmond was conducting a scam because similar situation happened in Minneapolis in 2020. Daphne Sutton, the queen of accountability that literally made about 30, it's exaggeration. I say probably like 10 to 15 different Twitter videos about her calling Houston law enforcement and saying, hey, Ro, yeah, she's scamming. Queen of accountability.
Do y'all see how stupid he sounded? Do y'all get that? I want to remind y'all that he said that about me. He said that about me. And he said that Rhoda wasn't a scammer, right? His biggest supporter, but she admitted that she likes to scam. This is the problem, you guys. Even today, he's not trying to apologize to me, which is okay. You look like a fool, not me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And I never once returned the favor and said, well, I'm sure you make a lot of people's asses itch. You're a clown. The dude knows how to market himself and prey on women. Right. Getting their attention, thinking that he cares about them. But whole time somebody said he was married to a Caucasian queen. So y'all got to start looking into these people. He lived in Houston.
Consciously is a scammer as well. I don't really know and care enough about him to go into who he's married to, but he's a scammer as well. The scammers winning. Why are these scammers winning so much against the black community? Why is Black America so susceptible to scam? This is two scammers in one.
Not too far from where we were in criminal court, but he wasn't there for his homegirl. So y'all can say what y'all want about people that support people, but he's not a true supporter of Rhoda. He was just using her for the money. He got a good TikTok check. I'm sure he did. But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, right? We can't sit up here and lie and say that she didn't do it. Now, I want to remind y'all that Rhoda, when I was on this case, she made some threats to me, and I never took it to court. But there was a video that she said to me, and I wanted to play this to y'all because I always go back to it because it's funny. The DA has this video too, but I want to remind y'all that Rhoda called me a bitch and said that she was going to sue me. As of today, I have not received a lawsuit. She saw me in person this week, didn't say anything. She actually looked away. And when I was on the stand, she gave me the death stare and I gave it right back because she knew that it was over. Rhoda and her attorney did not expect me to show up. Oh, she lives in Illinois. She's not going to get on the plane. Now, I want to tell y'all, I do not like to fly. I am terrified to fly, but I got my ass on that plane. And if anybody knows me, they know that I would rather drive. I would drive from New York to Cali if I could to avoid flying. I got my ass on this flight. It was a bumpy and scary ass flight. I thought I was going to die before my birthday and I wasn't going to be able to, give my testimony. That's how terrified I was. I was on the plane with a woman named Hannah. Shout out to Hannah for holding my hand because I was about to get off the plane and go nowhere because we was already in the air, y'all. That's how bad it was. I wanted off the plane, but I did it. I did it for this. So I need y'all to know that I put my own, mental health on the line to get this done. But anyways, I wanted to play this video and we're going to go into it. It's going to be fun.
Y'all, this is the first time I've even acknowledged this unhinged woman, the queen of accountability. The queen of delusion. She calls herself a life coach with no emotional intelligence. And she's a fake lawyer too, because apparently she's suing me. And she's a fake police officer because apparently she has an investigation on me. And apparently she's a fake judge because she's about to put a felony on me. A fake prosecutor because she's about to put a felony on me too. This could destroy 1 million people's lives. You're still going to be sad. You're still going to have no friends. Your husband still won't like you. Your kids will still be ashamed of you. You're talentless. You lie. You have no ethics. You have no morals. You have no hobbies. You have no friends.
That's what it sounds like when you're being desperate. You're back against the wall and you're just throwing any and everything at the wall to see what sticks because your lies are crumbling around you. And I'm glad they did because you're a horrible person. You ain't shit for accusing innocent people and trying to ruin their lives. You're accusing these men of doing something that they did not do and trying to ruin their lives. Forget you, Rhoda.
Like, girl, and now you won't have no money because I'm going to take it all. See you in court, bitch.
Well, the bitch saw me in court. The bitch saw me in court and she didn't have that same energy. Apparently she's a model. She going to do that. I did all of that. You were investigated, you were charged, and you were convicted. So who lied? I didn't lie. She said I didn't have no friends. Well, for some reason, I didn't see any of hers in the courtroom. The only people that showed up was her dad and a couple of her siblings. That was it. 3 people. 3 people showed up for this Somalian liar. That's it. 3. And her dad gave me a cold stare. Like he was going to do something, but he wasn't going to do nothing. Nothing at all. That was the only people that showed up for her. She said, I don't have no friends or community. She had no community. We in your state. We're in your state, ma'am. And not one follower or friend showed up for this broad because everybody was talking all that stuff behind the keyboard. But when it was time to show up, nobody showed up for this liar. And I'm sure if it was done down here in Illinois, I would have had a group of people showing up for me. She didn't even have one follower in the courtroom, y'all. Everybody was scared. They knew that this woman was lying. They just rode the wave to get paid. And that's the problem with the Black community. We need to start calling out women who do this. Olin Douglas could have been hurt.
Right.
His daughter could have been hurt. Y'all not thinking of the bigger picture. I'm being called a snitch. I don't give a fuck. What about those people that probably gave Rhoda their last dollar thinking she was assaulted by a Black man? Are we not thinking about the people that she preyed on? Are we not talking about when she was at the strip club throwing money, doing headstands, but supposedly she had head trauma? When are we going to call out our community? That's the problem, and that's why people don't like me. They don't like me because I call it out. And when you call it out, they try to shame you. Oh, you're ugly, you're a monkey, you're this, you're that, to make you feel like you ain't shit. But you are doing something. You know you're doing something right. And when you do right, the Black community, they tend to talk the most shit. Then they tell you to talk about white people instead. I'm sorry, but I'm talking about my people instead. And there's gonna be more rotas, and I'm gonna be right on their ass. I don't care how many y'all, how many of y'all get in the group. I'm gonna take you down one by one. But I also wanted to bring up when Rhoda thought she could do black magic on me, and she thought that she can put a voodoo hex on me. That didn't work either. But let's look at it again. Let's rewind a little bit here.
You think you fucking with me, but I'm about to lay your ass to rest. See where I'm at? I'm at the cemetery. Bitch, I'm about to lay you to rest. It's coming right back to you.
I remember coming across that video, I think on TikTok or something. I was scrolling one day, and I came across that video, and I just laughed as loud as I could, because she's trying everything she can to try to get Daphne to back down so she can continue scamming. Because think about that. Think about what I'm saying. She's trying everything she can to get Daphne to back down so she can continue scamming the Black community and having false accusations upon Black men who didn't do anything to her. Y'all tell me what type of person you think that is. Y'all tell me if that ain't white supremacy energy or not. Because her main targets are always Black people. Black American people. Her main targets are always Black people. I'm just saying.
Well, it must have missed me, because it didn't come to me at all. So all that black magic that the sisterhood is doing, trust me, it don't work. That black magic didn't keep her ass out of jail. She's currently in jail right now until January 26th. And a lot of y'all still thought I was lying on that too. Well, she just posted on her Instagram. No, she didn't. She posted a day ago. She posted on her story, and after that, she was convicted. That's the way it worked. She doesn't have her phone right now. Maybe somebody has it, but it ain't her. Okay? This ain't a game. Now, when we hold people accountable, we have to expect people to say that you're a snitch and all this other stuff, because they want you to feel like you did something wrong. But if you stand on truth, it doesn't matter what people say about you. You just got to stand on what you say and know that whatever anybody says, the truth will always come out. But I wanted to show you guys some of the videos that were played in court. Now, some of these that I showed you guys, some of those were played in court, but the one that was the funniest was her.
So do give context. This video was put out 12 days ago on Daphne Sutton's YouTube channel. And her YouTube channel is Celebri, CELEBRI, the capital D podcast. This video was put out 12 days ago. So if you feel a little dated for you a little bit, but it's just 12 days ago. Saying
that Black people love to scam. I want to remind you guys that the judge, he was not Black, he was white. And he was a no-nonsense judge. Thank you so much, BLD, Bad Rasta. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, sir. So hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. I was trying to pin this. Okay, so this is one of the videos that were played. Now, I want to remind you guys that when we were in court, there was 14 people in the jury box, and only one of them was Black. It was a guy. There was one Black man. That was it. That was it. The rest of the people were Caucasian. So when I saw the jury, I knew that she probably wasn't going to have a chance. The only Blacks were Rhoda, me, and her attorney. We were the only ones that were of color. And, and the one juror, the Black guy. Before they let the jury in, it was just us three. That was it. So I knew, and you have to make sure when you're playing the race card, you got to make sure that you stand on what you say. Don't try to bitch up in court now. But I wanted to play y'all one of the videos where she said that she loved the scam.
Once again, re-emphasizing she's using race as a weapon. She's using all of the negative tropes that have always existed about Black men in the Black community. She's using that to her advantage to try to scam and get what she wants and get other people possibly hurt.
This is why she has a social media ban. because during the time that she was going through this case, she continued to post and shake her ass and we outside. All that, that's all she did. And if her attorney was a good person, he would have told Rhoda to stay off the internet. If Rhoda would have stayed off the internet and didn't do those Clubhouse interviews and YouTube videos and all that, Rhoda would have probably had a shorter ban. It could have been 5 years. But the biggest issue with her is that she could not stop posting. She is a social media, like, attention-seeking hyena. So he took that from her. To a lot of people, they think Rhoda got off. Rhoda's, her consequences were much worse than Carly Russell. Carly Russell had them spending $100,000 looking for nobody. 100,000 of them things, y'all. She had helicopters in the air. They had bloodhounds in the woods. And all she got was 2 misdemeanors. That is getting off easy. That's getting off easy. Rhoda was not given a pass. Right now, she's in jail right now with Big BB and them.
I say put her in there for 3 years for trying to ruin people's lives. That's what I say. But that's just me.
I'm sure she's not shaking her ass in jail, but she's in there. And from what I was told, people would rather go to prison in Houston than jail. So I'm positive where she's at right now, it's not a walk in the park. They're not going to let her get away with all that. It ain't going to happen out there. They don't play. Them ball daggers, they dagger out there. They don't play games. So when I tell you that this was a great punishment, it was an excellent punishment. Because even after she does that time, she has to work on her substance abuse. She has to do all that. GPS monitoring for a decade. She's going to be 45 years old when she's able to go back on Instagram and say, So for 10 years, we're going to have peace. We're going to have peace. That is, I mean, I don't know how y'all don't see that as like a win. This is a huge win. But anyways, let me go here. This is funny.
But you have these white police officers who unalived Black children and made $1 million and had a GoFundMe. And they did not bring that energy to these people that hate us. And that's what really upsets me about my people. And I tell this to every single person that has an issue with you, that tried to get you shut down. I'm like, how dare y'all come at this Black woman? And y'all don't even have the...
See how she got these other Black foolish women riled up.
The facts.
And y'all,
you got
we also say that Black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Like since when do we have a problem with scamming? Last time.
You hear that? You hear that? You hear this fool? You hear this fool? She really saying that. She really saying that.
I checked. I want Black people to scam. They scammed us.